Welcome. In this video, we will analyze how high can ZBCN coin go. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please watch to the end to understand. There's a striking and notably strong ascending trend line visible on the chart. This trend line has been respected multiple times throughout the progression of the price and has effectively acted as a dynamic support level recognized by the market. Especially in recent movements, we can clearly observe that the price has reacted strongly to the upside after touching this trend line. This is a concrete indication of how technically significant this support area is. The existence of the ascending trend suggests that the overall market direction is positive, and that buyers are willing to push the price to higher levels. Each touch on the trend line marks a resurgence of buying interest, with the price strongly rebounding from those levels. The most recent interaction further confirms this. As soon as the price reached the trend line, it encountered strong support and gained upward momentum. This reaction not only validates the technical reliability of the trend line, but also indicates that buyers are still active. Currently, the possibility of the price approaching this ascending trend line once again is on the table. If such a move occurs, it is highly likely that we will see another strong reaction, as we have in previous instances. Maintaining such technical structures is extremely important for the continuation of the trend. If the price returns to this area, it is expected that the support line will once again act effectively and guide the price upward. These levels are seen not only as technical, but also psychological zones where buyers tend to be active. This ascending formation shows that the price is progressing by creating higher lows, indicating an overall upward trend in the market. As long as the current trend remains intact, it is technically reasonable to expect the price to reach higher levels. The strong reactions seen at this trend line in the past offer powerful clues that similar scenarios could unfold in the future. Moreover, such consistent ascending trend lines give investors confidence and serve as reference points in trading decisions. These kinds of technical levels are also very useful for setting stop losses and entry strategies. If the price approaches this trend line, based on past price behavior, the likelihood of a renewed upward reversal is quite strong. This could lead investors to see this area as a potential buying opportunity. In conclusion, this ascending trend line on the chart gives us a clear indication of the price direction. Past reactions have proven how effective this trend line is from a technical standpoint. If the price pulls back to this level again, another strong wave of buying could emerge, just like in previous scenarios. This could support the continuation of the current bullish structure and increase the price's upside potential. Overall, this formation can be considered a strong technical signal that the bull market is ongoing. But of course, we can't rely on trend lines alone for analysis. Let's take a look at the other metrics as well. Stay tuned. From the perspective of Elliott wave theory, the current price structure appears to be progressing within the third wave, which is typically the phase where the strongest and most voluminous upward movements occur. In this theory, the third wave is considered the stage where investor confidence increases and major players begin to participate in the rally. Technically, during this phase, prices gain momentum, volume rises, and market psychology begins to shift positively. At present, the price is trading near the 1,618 Fibonacci extension level, which is traditionally the primary target for the third wave. This level is often seen as the first significant resistance point for the wave, but it also serves as a threshold where strong upward momentum can be tested and validated. If the market manages to break through this level with sufficient volume, the continuation of the uptrend is technically even more strongly supported. If the price can sustain above the 1,618 level, the next target, according to Fibonacci projection, is the 2,272 level. This area is frequently tested in extended third wave scenarios and represents a higher resistance zone. Should the price reach this level, it would confirm the expectations of Elliott wave theory and further solidify investor confidence. In such a scenario, optimism in the market would likely increase, and more participants may be inclined to take long positions. What makes this setup even more significant is the potential for a brief correction to follow the third wave, leading into the formation of the fifth wave. This implies that if the third wave has not yet been completed, the current price level may only be a pause in the uptrend, indicating that there is still room for a larger upward move. The fact that the price is currently moving around these critical levels shows that the market is at both a technical and psychological crossroads. However, the market's willingness to break through these levels to the upside, combined with the overall positive structure, suggests that prices could continue to rise following a breakout. This presents an encouraging technical outlook. In conclusion, the price reaching the 1618 Fibonacci extension level while progressing in the third wave is a highly positive development. If it can maintain above this level, a move toward the next potential target at 2272 becomes quite likely. Should this scenario unfold, it could deepen the strong uptrend through both technical confirmation and market momentum. Therefore, this structure presents a chart that offers positive signals and should be closely monitored by investors. The third wave always tends to arrive like this, unexpectedly, and to everyone's surprise. When examining the RSI or Relative Strength Index, a notably strong and positive technical structure stands out. In particular, a clearly defined ascending trend line has recently formed on the RSI, signaling a strengthening upward momentum in the market. This rising trend has emerged over time as the RSI has created higher lows, indicating that the market is generally in a recovery phase. Ascending trend lines on the RSI are quite significant, as they reflect sustained buying pressure and suggest that buyers are stepping in during pullbacks. This is a technical indicator that the market has a strong support base and that buyers are actively engaging at certain levels. Most recently, we've seen the RSI touch this rising trend line and respond with a distinct upward move. This is a highly positive technical development, as it shows the RSI treating the trend line as a dynamic support. Such occurrences are generally seen as reassuring by market participants. The RSI respecting this trend line suggests that positive sentiment remains intact and that any corrective moves are being met with healthy buying interest. Reactions off these trend lines show that investors are pre-identifying these areas and that both price and RSI are being closely monitored. This reflects disciplined market behavior and a strong adherence to technical formations. Looking ahead, as price action continues, it's possible that the RSI may approach this ascending trend line once more. If it does, the probability of another strong upward reaction, similar to previous instances, is quite high. Should the RSI bounce from the trend line again, it would not only reinforce the RSI's strength, but also support the possibility of renewed upward momentum in price. It's important to remember that such rising trends in the RSI don't just signal short-term price reactions. They also reflect broader market trends and investor psychology. The preservation of this trend indicates ongoing buying pressure and suggests that the upside potential in the market remains alive. As long as this trend line remains intact, the technical outlook supports a continued upward bias in price. Taking all this into account, the rising trend in the RSI, having proven effective in the past and still functioning actively, paints a highly favorable picture for investors. The market pricing itself in reference to this trend line creates a reliable roadmap from a technical analysis perspective. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.